I want to talk about, everybody wants to talk about business tactics. I'm not going to teach you business tactics on this channel because, no offense, why would I teach you things that I've learned with about 2 decades of business or longer? I know what you're going to say. Well, you should teach Peppa and Het. No, not in business. When I retire, I'll teach you everything that I've learned or taught in business classes I've took and stuff. But I got a lot of this is so dumb sounding. I don't believe I have competition, but I do have competition. So anything I use, if they crowd the market of what I'm using, it affects me directly. So that's why I'm not going to tell you what I use and what I do, right? So I'll tell you the foundation of growing a business that I've learned. And this has nothing to do with competition. And when I seen they put it on a keychain, keyring thing, I had to get it. I got a little 4-pack of these and I give my son one. Right here is all you need to know. Yep. I'm serious. Hustle harder. Just when you think you're tired and you can't handle no more business, or you don't want to work no more that evening and a customer calls you with an opportunity to do one more, do it. If our season was 12 months a year, I would say pace yourself, don't overexert yourself. I can give you advice without financial advice. I'll give you other advice. You don't want to injure yourself. You don't want to overdo yourself. You want to mitigate your risk, especially if you're the only breadwinner of the family, which most people aren't, I know. So we could go on hours about hustle and horror, but if you can do it in the limited seasons we have, even here in Tennessee, we're down 3 months usually. Unless you got landscaping or we have no snow to speak about, like 1 or 2 snows. So, I mean, you could say, well, I'm going to cut trees. Well, a lot of times trees is depending on when people need them cut too. They don't wait for the winter for you. Just like landscaping don't always wait. So you need to get your money while you can get your money in the spring and summer and fall. And that's what you need to do. Answer that phone. Go above and beyond. Pick up them sticks. Do every little thing. And I'm not saying work for free. I'm against that more than anything. But if you've got an elderly client and she's got some big sticks in the yard, you pick them sticks up for that lady. She'll see that. Oh, they see it. You just build a relationship with that person. Man, woman, whatever you want to call them. You just establish a relationship. And when you do one little act of kindness, see, that's another secret. Move their trash cans back from the curb if they're empty. Put them back for them. I've done that for years. I've picked trash. Little things that I never tell them I do, but I know they notice because people thanked me before. Because let me tell you, you are being watched. If you think you're not being watched, if they're home, and now everybody's got cameras, so they're watching you all the time, especially when you got a new relationship. And I'm not telling you to deceive them and act like you're going to help them. I mean to really want to help them. You see a big stick in the yard, it's detrimental to your mower anyway. Pick it up and take it to the curb for them. It's not going to hurt you. I don't believe in working for free. Now, if there's a water hose laying out in the yard every week, talk to them about it. Stuff like that's different. Because that's more labor intensive and slows you down. And, you know, you need to charge about like toys all over the yards, trampolines in the yards. You need to have a discussion and open to these customers, and they'll thank you and respect you more for that. Customers love open and honesty and dialogue. Don't resent a customer because you decided not to tell them to move the trampoline every week or two, because don't move them. Whatever you do, don't move a trampoline. Them things are so brittle, and if you break it by moving it and somebody falls jumping on it, they're going to say it's your fault because where you moved it, it wasn't level. See what I'm saying? Don't move a trampoline. You can't mow under them unless let the customer. And don't mow near a swimming pool, them above ground pools. You need about a half foot to a foot, and tell them they're going to have to use weed killer or something, because if you nick it and bust a pool, you're buying a pool. So I could talk hours about safety and blah, blah, blah. But to grow your business, you're just going to have to work harder and do a little extra. And I don't mean work for free for hours, but a couple sticks, move their can back, pick their paper up, put it to the thing. Just little random acts of kindness. I don't say you have to work for them for free or give them false things that you're going to come there and take off the trash. But if they ever become ill, sickly, maybe take their trash off too once or twice here and there. Man, people will tell everybody about stuff like that. Now when people's mad, they'll tell more people about you making them mad. But those little acts of kindnesses, you will be invited to the family. The family's always looking for services, remember that. Maybe not today, but they could be in a year from now. Say you're mowing somebody's lawn and their son's going to retire and travel with his wife and family or whatever. Then they need a lawn care guy. If you took care of her, him, whatever, whomever, whatever, they're going to refer you. So I tell my customers, I don't want a customer. I want a relationship. I know it sounds weird. I like to work for long-term people. I don't make nobody sign a contract. Everybody's wanting to sign contracts. Hustle harder. I don't sign contracts. Never will make them do a contract. That's that already starts you off on a foot of pressure. So a lot of times they'll just stay quiet until the contract's over, then fire you. Because they're not happy. I want them to be able to talk to me, tell me what they're thinking. So I'm going to mean this. And the most important thing you can have with a customer is dialogue. Period. If you're going to be late, call them and talk to them. If you're going to have to change their days in a week, call them and talk to them. Because they're either going to keep you or they're going to fire you. But they'll respect you more for that and keep you in mind for the future and recommend you to other people. Don't take everything personal if they do fire you. There's a million lawns. Well, if you live in a little tiny town like I used to live in, it's hard. But places like where I'm at now, I can replace 3, lose 1, get 3 more next week. Because I have such a good referral and I take care of my people gladly. I work hard for my customers on purpose. There's some I'd like to get rid of, but it is what it is. Some of them, they some grad. I got like 1 or 2, but due to their advanced age, I keep them. Well, it's actually just mainly 1. Anyway, I like all my other customers. I ain't gonna lie. I even like the one, but she's very... it's sad people gets in a depressed state in their life and they like to take it out on everybody and fuss and always negative. So I get it. I understand. That's why I keep her. Man, I could talk for hours about business and relationships, and I'll do extra and I'll do better pricing for relationship customers. Like if you're a legacy customer, I've named it legacy customer. That means you've been with me longer than a year or 2. And I've done multiple things for you. Like a lot of people, I won't touch their hedges. I just won't do it. Now, if you've been with me a couple years and we've got a good relationship, I will trim your hedges for you. I'm very particular about that because I don't have time. So I repay loyalty with loyalty, and I'll give them a better deal because I'll let them pay monthly. Like instead of coming in, I'm giving away one of my tricks and saying it'll be $500 for these shrubs. I'll let them pay payments on that $500 if they have a relationship that I know they'll pay me. Don't do that for somebody you've mowed for a year. Trust me. Wait till they're a legacy. You can pick the year of your legacy. 2 years and you know they're going to pay you and you've got a reputation with them. Then you can finance their $500. And I don't mean put interest on it. I mean to help them out, to help you out, to keep loyalty. So you're making profit. They're paying payments. Everybody's happy. You can do the credit card thing, yes, and charge it on their card, or you could just be nice. If you have you have to have a relationship to trust people to do that, because I have done that years past. And they've passed away, and the state was, I had to fight the state. It costs more money to fight the state and get your money. Oh man. Or they just won't pay it. I've been done every which way because I've been in business for a long time with several businesses. But once I get a reputation with them or a relationship with them, and they gain my trust and I gain their trust, that's a two-way street, by the way. You got to gain their trust too. It's a symbiotic relationship. Once you understand that, a lot of people's mean, well, if the customer or blah, 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 see in my group, and I'm like, if you don't like a customer, don't go to their house and complain about them. Just cut them off. Well, you can complain, but don't cuss. You know what I mean? Don't be mean about it. And you're just creating a bubble that's going to burst one day. So I recommend any animosity needs squashed and open dialogue. Nobody likes to talk. I make a lot of people happy because I talk to them and ask them questions. And I tell them if there's anything you need to let me know. And if I can't help you with your hedges, I apologize, but I'll still be happy to mow your grass. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people's looking for that good, steady person. That's another one with second top 5 things in business. Be on time. If you put somebody on Thursday, be more reliable than their mailman on Thursdays. I have got more people's bragged on that about my company, my lawn company, than anything. They have literally said, y'all are as reliable as the mailman on the day and time you get here. That's because I am a stickler for my schedule when it comes to mowing, because this is hard work. A lot of work. You mow these people. And the longer you wait, the harder the grass is, and you're still making the same amount of money. So if you get there 3 days late because you didn't feel like hustling that day, you just added more work on yourself. So hustle harder. Now joke, like I was talking to David, I was like, man, I have literally been on a cane with my feet. I've got bad nerve damage. Put my cane up against my truck and start weed eating and limping so bad and almost in tears. And had to stop every 15 feet. It took me forever. It took me, a whole extra day, it felt like, to mow and weed eat. When I should have been home, but I pushed it. Is that the smartest thing to do? Yes and no. I had to work, had bills to pay, and I have an obligation to my customers. Now, if I'm like, if you got a bad leg infection or something, there is... Talking pain. A lot of people won't work with pain. I get it. Everybody's pain's different. Don't judge people for pain. That's not where I'm getting with this. I'm talking about just me. Me. I have really pushed myself that hard. I've worked through walking pneumonia for a year, where I'd cough so much I would throw up blood, but still work. I've worked through back spasms, I'm like, right now my back's hurting so bad I can't stand here, but I just deal with it. That's what you got to do. Life is hard, especially if you want to do a physically labor-intensive business. My knees, I could go on and whine and pity party. You don't care. Nobody cares about your pain, remember that. They care about your lawn mowed, pest control, bugs killed, whatever service you're providing. If you're a doctor or whatever, they worry about themselves, not you. You are not a factor. As long as you're there to take care of the business, it's fine. But as soon as you don't show up, then it's a problem. So, you're just going to try harder. If your business isn't growing like you think it should, grow harder. Hustle harder. And that means push yourself more. Don't go around hanging flyers. I don't know who comes up. The percentage rate is like less than 1% success rate. Business cards, I guess. A lot of my older customers like them, so they give them out to their family members. So, this day and age, social media is your number one. I ain't telling nothing. Never mind. I ain't going to tell you what to do. You figure it out. Here's what you do, seriously. Because what worked in my area, even giving my tricks of the trade, so to speak, might not help you in yours. Because that's just the way marketing is. But if somebody don't know you're there, how are they going to hire you? But again, you'll see what happens. What I did was, I've never had nobody help me with that. I would just put an ad in like the newspaper, phone book, blah, blah. And this was way back when. It wasn't internet heavy. I have tried every avenue in the world until I found the top 3 now. And I stay steady. I mean, you see me still growing. I mean, finding another helper has really stalled me out. And I know what y'all are going to say. Yes, I could go get anybody, but when you start saying drug tests and stuff, they don't. And I don't mean like, I don't want to get into politics, but I don't mean marijuana drugs. I mean real drugs. I'm not going to have somebody that's got needle marks just work with me long enough to case out my customers. And I don't mean it that mean. I mean real drugs. I don't want a druggie with me. I've had them with me before. Trust me. One of them was all right. I don't reckon he stole nothing off of me or nothing, but you know, I don't want another one with me. How about that? Because they might be more nefarious. You know what I mean? So when you start saying background checks and this and that, it's labor-intensive business to where there's so many jobs right now. I don't care what you pay them. Nobody wants to do this for a living hardly. So yes, I could find anybody off the street and pay them under the table, but I don't do that either. That's breaking the law. I do what I'm supposed to. My accountant lady keeps me straight because I swear I've got the best accountant, smartest lady in the world. And if you're friends with me in real life, I'll give you her name. I'm not just going to put her blast, but if you really need advice and tax lady, it don't matter what state you live in, I'll give you her name, and she's like a genius. And she keeps me calm and straight and knows what she's doing. So I'm a big fan of hers. So I'm not doing nothing illegal. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. I got enough stress in my life. But you do need a good team around you. Like, and team, I don't mean your employees. I don't have an accountant on my payroll or nothing like that. I mean, like, in business, you'll find like your favorite accountant, supplier, lawn distributor. I still haven't found my favorite business. I had one in Pennington, Husqvarna dealer, but I don't live near there, so I can't give her business. That was my favorite. Skag dealer, they're all right. I don't have a problem with them. I just haven't found that wow factor. I haven't felt like I matter. I'd say the one in Pound made me feel more like I mattered than Boones Creek. Boones Creek is nice. There's a disconnect. They're high volume. I'm a low volume customer. So when I come in and order this, they rung me up and was nice to me. I mean, they give me a $75 thing. I spun a wheel. I mean, the lady was very nice. The employees are nice. But I haven't found my dealer. You know what I mean? Like, to where I feel like, and that sounds needy of me, but you don't know what I mean. I look for relationships and dealerships, and like the Ram dealer, I bought this Ram off now. I like that place. So I'm going to buy from them from now on if I ever buy another Ram, which if I buy anything new, it's going to be another Ram. But so now I've got loyalty. So Boone's is all right. Green Guard is all. I like them more than any company. Green Guard, that's a good man. But anyway, hustle harder, find relationships in this business, find a mowing company. I mean, I've got so many videos I can make about what I did wrong. I would love to make a what I did wrong video, because it would be an hour. About my mindset, how many times I've been wrong on my channel and in real life. By just being afraid to try new things or not affording it. Like, you know, I thought zero turns was the end all, but I was the first one on YouTube, I think, it talked about a stander back in 2017 or something, a bad boy, 2015, 16, and I come this close to getting it. So I don't know what I mean by, you know, I've been hesitant on things, but see, that's how you grow and learn. Some people's minds are this, and then my mind's wait, because I've got years of experience, so that is vital. But you got to start doing it. Don't be scared. Of course, if anything that I've learned in life, if it scares you, nothing in life worth doing is easy. And if it scares you, it's a good thing. You need to be scared. Because if there's nothing to lose, then what's the point of gaining? It's called life experiences. You need to learn how to lose to learn how to win. And I could talk hours about everything. I'm not a genius. I just have successes and failures just like anybody else that's my age. I'm not even old. I'm not saying I'm old, but I've been through a lot in my life. I can assure you I could probably write 10 books just like most of y'all could. Most of y'all's had terrible things in your life, great things in your life, and the older you get, the more interesting it gets. So all of us has a good story, pretty much, I'm sure. Some's worse, I'm sure. Some's better. Mine's on the badder side. Badder? Is that a word? Worse. Badder ain't a word. Anyway, I need to just close this. This is a 20-minute long video about hustling harder. I just push yourself. That's all I was wanting to say. And then here I am, 20 minutes. You just got to hustle harder. Push yourself. Go for it. I mean, that's just what I did. I started out with a little John Deere riding mower. Now look at me. And I bought this all myself. Everything right here. My crap. Me. I work for customers, so you could say the customers technically paid for it. We could get into semantics. Yes, the customer's money did give it to me to pay for this. So, but you know what I mean by this is my stuff. All these trimmers. I bought everything that you're looking at in this garage. Mine. Welders, plasma cutters, weed eaters, all my DeWalt stuff. My other tools at my other buildings. My other freaking building I even bought. By myself. So, you just gotta work, man. There ain't no room for crybabies. There ain't no room for complaining. There's people way more successful than me. My biggest thing, like my accountant says, is my help. My help has stalled me so much. I'm going to have to be less picky because I see the other people who works for other people. And I've been there and done that. I'm not working with nobody no more that I'm not comfortable around. Like Roy, if he wasn't so busy, see, if he could work for me again and his other jobs he does and his lawn care business, I trust that man. He don't steal. He don't do nothing bad. He works. But he is hard to find somebody trustworthy. Trust me. I found one or two other guys, but the job's so hard. Let's be honest. This is a hard job. And when you do find one, sometimes you get lucky and they stay with you for years, like I've had, but then they eventually will leave you because this is not their business. This is your business. I talk to Roy all the time. I talked to him this morning. He says that he works for me part-time anytime I need him. He can't do it full-time because he's got a full-time job and a little business. So he's a busy man, but he is still with me-ish. Anytime I need something, I lean on him. So I would like to duplicate him. Or if he ever, gets laid off of his other job, he might come back or something. I don't know. I'm sure I could give him well, he don't live near here though, so that makes it hard. But anyway, I need another one of his personalities that works hard and shows up on time. Oh gosh, it's so hard. This video could go on for years about everybody says, oh, get in this business. All you need is a mower and blower and change your life. Shut your face. That positivity bullcrap. All you're doing is getting people you're making money off YouTube. You're a YouTuber. A lot of these guys on here are YouTubers. They're not lawn guys. I pick them out in 2 seconds of watching their videos. I don't like them. There's a lot of them that's YouTubers. YouTubers, not lawn guys. A lot of them will start out as lawn guys and you notice their business gets to nothing and then they're by themselves making videos because they're a YouTuber. Is there anything wrong with that? Nope. But they're YouTubers. Then there's some people I notice, I don't even think they've ever owned a freaking lawn care business hardly. I don't know. But you can tell who's real because they're always out working and they still have a successful YouTube channel. I don't know how they do it. I don't know. So that I need to hustle harder because in YouTube, because I don't hustle harder than you do. I'm so tired from everything I do. The YouTube is just a back burner. It's like my side gig. I'd make $1 or $2, not gonna lie. I've got a lot of views, but it's just a little. I always say I'm gonna try harder and do more, but I'm not. I'm not.